Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Cut. 180. Hold on. Check. Watch the run.
Goff on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. Boy, an aggressive play call to start this game. It backfired, but aggressive, no question about that.
Is that one of those statement calls? Trying to let you know that they're going to be aggressive right out of the gate, but that one hung up just a little bit too long. He made a nice play on the ball defensively and was able to pick it off.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. These two teams, of course, met last year in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And, a lot of people were calling that kind of a throwback game to the 70s of the old NFL. The Rams would get out to the 23-7 lead. Cowboys tried to make a late push, but the Rams would hold on for the 30-22 victory. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
Back at the 47-yard line.
Ready. Yellow 80. Mike 54. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. 11. Smooth. Right there.
From the gun on third down, Breeze. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And that'll bring up fourth down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they've got to be thrilled to have this game still at 0-0 after the interception thrown on the very first play of the game.
They certainly do. And what I enjoyed was watching him on the sidelines because as the defense came off, he was there to congratulate him and really say thanks because he threw the interception. It didn't turn into any points.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Back to throw, Goff. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It's a first down on a gain of 10. On first and 10, Goff. Throw right side, going to be caught by Higbee.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
76. Hey, I-7.
Again, Goff. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. If they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
Let's go, defense. Hey, kill. Here we go.
Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Here we go.
Now a first down throw. Goff. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, as he can really impact this offense. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out there, a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Breeze flush to his right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
54, right there. 54, Mike. I'm on. Hey, seam 6. Mike, spot 4. We're good. Mike 4, ready.
From the gun, it's Breeze. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Josh Allen in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Here's Gone. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Josh Allen, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Johnny Hekker now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now Cobb to return. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Looking for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it. Could not hold on through the end of the play. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will make our score 9-0. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Gone. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's gone. He's got Higbee complete right side. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got. And oh, it coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you're talking about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get this back to just the 20 with a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Goff now looking to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Josh Allen make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Hey, let's go. Go, Brown.
Here's Goff. And Cooks has it over the middle. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Late in the season now, MVP chatter starts, and he might be on the fringe. This is always an award that goes quarterback or running back, usually quarterback. A lot of bias. Does he deserve consideration?
He more than deserves consideration because the way the game is played in the NFL now, it's a pass-first league, right? So that means that people are going to adjust their defenses for him each and every week, and he's still putting up big-time numbers. I know the quarterbacks, the running backs get it, but he should be firmly in the race for MVP.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Michael Brocker's in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Switch up. Bang, 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 bang. Kill.
On the ground, this is Kamara. Room here to run. A gain there of 21 yards.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
Lets it fly deep for Cobb. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Watch, kill. Mike 5-4.
Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. He's got a man. Complete. A gain of 32 that time. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here, and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
Opposite. Check. Watch 54. Hey, Haywood.
On 1st down, Breeze. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. They're in the second quarter now in Oakland. The Raiders are out to an early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. To throw again on second down. Breeze. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When we talk about Aqib Talib, technique is not the word that comes to mind, but don't worry about that. This guy anticipates as well as anyone in the league, and he did just that, picking off another pass.
Here's Goff, and that's complete to Cooks. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Now Goff. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Hey, kill. Here we go.
To throw is gone. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. The Rams on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 14. Goff now to throw. This is caught. It's Cooks. The 40, 30, 10. Touchdown, L.A. Brandon Cooks. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. So the call's made by Sean McVay. They're going to go for 2. From the gun, here's Goff. And this is going to be caught, so they do get it. And the 2 points, now they're back down to a 1-score deficit. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Breeze escaping the pressure right. Able to locate his running back open downfield. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
Adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 31 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
21. Hey, wahoo! Mike 54. Mike 54.
Breeze now on first down. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
5-9. 11. Hey, box truck. Mike 5-4.
To throw, it's Breeze. Now Breeze lost the football. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now a give, right side. It's Brown. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
We're going to shut you down. We're going to shut you down.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Kamara. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Ready. Waiting. Kill. 58 for Mike. 58 for Mike. Check. Big ass. Hey, Charlie. 5-9.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Hey, orbit. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the run.
Bree's going to go on 4th down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
80 weapons. Hey, lift.
After the interception, here's Goff. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jalen Smith in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
180. Let's go, D.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Rams passing game on point right now as they pick up another 1st down. Goff now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. He gets it to Cooks. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Goff throwing again. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 25-yard line. Goff now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Goff. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. 2nd and 10. Goff again. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off. How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
Zuerlein, of course, last year had likely the iconic field goal of the season, booting that 57-yarder in the Superdome to send his squad to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you really hurt the Saints fans on that one, didn't you?
Sorry.
They didn't want to hear that at all. But this guy deserves his nicknames. Greg the Leg, Legatron, because the ball goes through the post at a heavy rate, 87% in 2018. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack onto their lead as we get set for the 4th. Now Kamara. Fighting his way through contact. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. That one good for 37 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now Breeze on the bootleg. Flushed out right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. But now it'll be third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. Open space inside the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
They'll run with Snell, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Benny Snell, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Point after, right down the middle. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go! At their own 22-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Jared Goff, 4 times last year he led the Rams on a fourth-quarter comeback. He obviously didn't do it in Super Bowl 53, but can he do it here? Now it's Goff. And he spots Henderson open left side. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it a second down. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touch.
Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he's got some space here. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterback...
Kamara has it stripped. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Jalen Smith racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
17.
Throwing on second and long. Goff. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
Alpha.
From the gun on third down. Gone. Throw left side complete. That's Henderson. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be fourth down. The Rams going for it on fourth. Gone. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down.
180. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
On first down, gone. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Josh Allen in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Gone. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henderson. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Goff now looking to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 6 of his throws on this drive. Henderson now on 1st and 10. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd and 9, Goff, he's going to let it fly. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it, but even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
On the ground, Kamara. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Breeze. He's going to fire one deep. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
We go, 76, 76.
Now it's gone. And Cooks has it over the middle. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. The Rams on third down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Goff now to throw. This is caught. It's Cooks. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18. Goff. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. He was looking to go back to Cooks one more time, but it's going to be second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. One last throw here for Goff. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary prayers, though, they went unanswered. Could have won it, but couldn't get it done.